This podcast is brought to you in part by Russell Lands, Coke, Buffalo Wild Wings, Central State Bank, Dr. Thomas Dudney, Sunrise Docks, Bice Motors, the Green Monster Fishing Lights. Now, back to Bubba on the Lake.
B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. Wishing I could listen to the show every day, hey. Gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake. In the mellow yellow studio, putting on a show. Betty say, what? She always on the go. We got Hunter Bus sitting at master control. Don't wanna miss a moment, cause Bubba's got the flow. B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. Wishing I could listen to the show every day, hey. Gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A, hey. B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey.
Hello again, friends, neighbors, and associates. I want to welcome you to Bubba on the Lake. I am your semi-retired, mostly washed-up host, formerly of the Rick and Bubba Show, and now proud to be your host for Bubba on the Lake, a.k.a. the People's Podcast, where the people come to be heard. We always like to say people, places, and perspectives, and we're going to cover more of those places here in the near future. If you're hearing this and you're following us on social media, you probably already see what we're talking about. But we'll have a full report coming up soon. We are broadcasting from the Mellow Yellow studio, and I love Mellow Yellow and appreciate those Coke products. I really do. Our website is bubbaonthelake.com. You can email me, bubba@bubbaonthelake.com. And, of course, our message line, 308-244-5253. Or, better said, 308-BIG-LAKE. That's 308-BIG-LAKE. You got about 30 seconds. Give us a comment. May make it to air, may not. Always enjoy them, though. We get a laugh around the office here. We want you also to subscribe, turn on notifications, don't miss a thing, and follow us on social media. Y'all, I'm still amazed at the number of people I run into. And we have this general conversation. Hey, Bubba, miss you on the show. And I say, I miss being there. And they will say, how's the podcast going? And I say, it's going great. Have you listened? And they go, no, I don't know how to do it. And I said, well, you want me to fix it for you? And they said, yeah, if you want to. So they hand me their phone, and I pull up their podcast app, whatever it's called, and I do a quick search for Bubba on the Lake, and then we bring it up, and then we hit subscribe or follow, or, there's several terms that go with some of that. So then it pops right into your phone. Then if you have CarPlay or you play your tunes through your speakers in your car, you have the podcast there in a beautiful non-static signal that you can listen to, start, stop, however you need to. It's a wonderful thing. The technology is obviously way ahead of the talent doing this podcast, but it is there, and we would like for you to use it if at all possible. We also want to remind you, we have folks from all over the world that listen to this podcast. I am amazed when I look at the list of where everybody listens to this. And it's not the largest majority. I mean, obviously the United States is the biggest part, 95%. But when you see Iran and you see Kazakhstan and you see all these other places, you go, wow, shout out to those people, because I'm sure it's not easy getting the podcast there, one. And two, it may be illegal to listen to. Who knows? Because we're quite the rebel rousers here. But wherever you hear the show, if you are in the Lake Martin area, which is anywhere from Montgomery to Atlanta, Birmingham to Mobile. Friday on the Green is going on, and it is really a fun thing. It's family friendly. The dogs can come. They have waste stations there. They do say bring your own insect repellent. You need that sometimes. Or, what I found out? A little DeWalt fan with a battery on it will keep the bugs away too and keep you cool. There's food at nearby Catherine's Market, Spring House, Fanny's, and from time to time, Big Mike's Barbecue will be there. So you never know. You just never know. You need to check their website for the very latest, russelllands.com, or check on their app on the phone, full of information. I go there all the time to try to see. I can't keep up with all that's going on. We got a great podcast for you. We sit down with our longtime friend, Dr. Thomas Dudney. He's a sponsor on the show, full disclaimer. But we didn't do this for that. We always have a lot of fun with him and Christy and his staff. And we wanted to talk to him a little bit about what he does, but a whole lot about him and behind the scenes and get to know him a little better. He's really a very, very sweet and caring man, and just a fine friend to have. And we've really appreciated him being our dentist for so long, and still sporting the veneers. Ding. Can you see? Ding. And he talks a little bit about them, and but we wanted to get a little further in depth behind the scenes with Dr. Thomas Dudney, and Christy's there. We had a great time. We actually recorded this segment over in their office, so it was a lot of fun, and they're good folks. So without further ado, we will start that. We'll be right back after these messages, and we're going to have a sit down with Dr. Thomas Dudney.
Where's Bubba?
I'll tell you where. He's on the lake.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Since 1965, Bice Motors has been Lake Martin area's home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram sales and service. For 60 years, families have trusted Bice Motors in Alexander City for honest deals, friendly service, and the best selection around. Our team of certified technicians services most all makes and models. Plus, we've got a tire center, parts department, and a full collision center to keep you rolling. Bice Motors, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealer since 1965. In Alex City or online at bicemotors.com.
Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Illuminate your night fishing adventures with the ultimate in submersible fishing light technology. The Green Monster Fishing Light attracts bait fish and game fish in all water environments. Turn any dock into a vibrant feeding frenzy. Compact, tough, and energy efficient. The Green Monster Fishing Light will provide endless hours of family entertainment and enhanced nighttime visibility for safe docking. No dock, no problem. With our 24-inch portable Green Monster Fishing Light, start landing trophy fish tonight. Visit thegreenmonsterfishinglight.com.
Well, folks, we're back with an old friend. You know him, you love him, Dr. Thomas Dudney. Doctor, how are you, sir?
Bubba, I could not be better. It is great to be with you.
You know, I'm glad to be in your office, and I told you this is one of the rare times I've been in your office I hadn't been on the gas.
I know. Or we hadn't been fixing something.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm the only one that asks for gas when I come by for a copay.
That's right.
You know, I mean, I just get nervous writing that check.
Right.
And you have your trusty assistant, Christy, here.
Yeah, I think trustee is probably not the right word. I don't know what the word is. But
I think it's more than an assistant.
Yeah. She runs the office, basically.
So you've been
and
here
my
how long?
Work life.
How long?
41 years.
So what, did you start when you were 6? How did you do that?
No, just right out of high school. It was
kind
of like...
to be honest with you, it's such a great work environment. She just doesn't age here. You know, it's just.
And Doc always had an eye for talent.
It's like,
you know?
working in a spa. You know, she just keeps looking young.
Yeah.
Well, how are things in the world of dentistry?
Well, you know, it's moving and shaking. Technology is changing, and things are chugging right along. So
how long have you been doing this?
Let's see. Gosh, you're putting me on the spot here. I graduated from dental school in 1977. So I've been doing this a little while.
So you probably got your picture next to the Liberty Bell the year before you got out, right?
We moved into this office. We started here in January of 1981. So we've been in this office.
Wow.
Does that make that 46 years, 45 years?
I was a mere junior in high school.
Yeah.
Just learning to drive.
Yeah. But, I think I say this all the time because I still lecture, I still teach, and I tell them, I said, if you do, smiles and you do aesthetic type work, dentistry can be fun and it can be rewarding, And
I can't imagine because we, with the radio show for so many years, did the makeovers.
Yes.
And we heard these incredible stories.
Yes.
Life-changing.
Yes.
I mean, I really can't think of much else that would be.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure people have had disease and they got better and all that was great, and you appreciate that. But just from I want to change the way people look at me and interact with me,
how I feel about
myself. I can't think of anything that would be more life-changing than being able to smile. Because I told you, I got veneers how many years ago?
23.
It is life-changing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're around people with good teeth.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here flossing with a ski rope.
Yeah.
It just didn't look good.
All those little faces. You still look good.
Well,
you still look good.
I probably have a little cheese in there from lunch. But
it's okay.
No, you know what? I've had zero problems with it. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing because
really
they became, even though I have veneers, or as I like to call it, the fence.
Right.
They became my teeth because they bonded with the material you use now, and
they do literally become part of your tooth.
Yeah,
with the adhesive technology we have in dentistry, when you bond a thin shell of porcelain to the tooth, it essentially becomes your tooth.
And you don't have to take a lot off; you just take a little bit so it fits in there good, and you fix the spacing, you fix the links.
Right.
I mean, you give and I tell you, I still people. I don't guess you can ever appreciate it till you go through it.
Right.
But I didn't smile at people.
No.
I mean, I laughed.
We
cut
talk
up.
about that. We used to talk about it on the show.
Yeah, but I mean, I can leave.
If you smiled,
I mean, I
with
can
your
give them
lips
the
together.
ding.
Yeah.
Almost hear the ding go off.
Yeah.
I can smile with anybody now.
And you notice how when you smile at somebody, they smile back?
Yes.
It's a universal language. And I've always said that. I used to say it all the time. It's one of the things that's so rewarding about this is when you give somebody who's never wanted to smile, the ability to really smile when they flash the big smile.
Right.
It's a friendly gesture. And people, if you don't even speak the same language, you smile at them, you're going to see them smile back.
I had to learn to smile.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't used to it.
Yeah. Right.
So I'd go down the mall and just walk around. Give everybody.
You trained yourself not to smile.
Yeah, you do.
There are four things that make a smile attractive. I say this all the time, and it's size, shape, position, and color. You only had one of those. That was position. Your teeth were pretty straight, pretty even, but size and shape was off and the color was off. You had the darker teeth, from tetracycline stains.
Oh, yeah.
So you had dark teeth, you had small teeth. That's why you had spaces between all of them. So your size and shape. Christy was the same thing. She had two size discrepancy. She literally had spaces between all of her teeth.
And then look at her up here in this picture.
Which is
Christy, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, huh?
Orthodontics isn't going to fix that. So if you have four things, you need all four to be good, and you had three of those that weren't. So that's the beauty of veneers. And we could do it minimally invasively too.
So for someone listening, and they go, the grill ain't what I want it to be.
Uh-huh.
What's the first step? How do they approach that? Do you give them a consultation? How do you do that?
Right here in the room we're in right now. This is our consultation room. We come in here and we try to start off by just getting to know them a little bit, friendly environment. We don't like a new patient, especially a patient coming for the first time for a consultation, to walk in and put them in a chair, shine a light in their face, come at them with something, We like to sit down like we're doing right now. This is relaxing, right? It's comfortable. It's relaxing. We come in here, we sit down, we offer them something to drink, like a Coke Zero.
Oh, love the Coke.
And so, so we're
a dentist giving you a Coke. I like that.
That's zero though. It's no calories and no sugar.
What's in there?
Don't know that. But they come, so they'd start here, and we just want to get to know them. I want to hear in their own words what it is that they're looking for or what they're not happy about. And I also want to know, what do you know? What you've heard, because a lot of times they've heard things or they've read things that may or may not be true.
Sure.
So we start out that way.
You know, the internet has some false information out there. I don't know if you knew that.
Really?
Yeah. Just look up Christy. You'll see all kind of stuff.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of stuff out there. But, we just want them to come in and just in a relaxed environment, just talk about it. Then after we've met and talked and gone over everything, I hear why they're there. Then we'll go back and, we might take some pictures, might get some x-rays, and we'll do an examination and look in there. And usually, because I've been doing this so long, because I taught for so many years, where a dentist would bring a patient, it takes me like 10 seconds. I can look in their mouth and almost instantly form a mental picture in my head about, what needs to be done, what's right. One of the things that dentists, I think, make a mistake that do this kind of work is you need to not only see, okay, what isn't right, what needs to be fixed, but what's right. There may be something's good you want to preserve. You don't want to change something that's already right.
Right.
And we call them smile design principles. There's principles of smile design, and you adhere to those principles, and you're usually going to end up with a really good result, especially if you have a great laboratory to work with.
So if somebody wants to come see you, you give them a consultation. What cost? What are you talking about? What kind of options are available? Because I know that's the next thing everybody's thinking about.
So in our office, a veneer for one tooth is $1,600. That's our fee, and usually a smile is 10 teeth. So our consultation visit is $100. We do that because we used to do no charge for the consults, and then people just don't keep the appointment.
Right.
So we feel like we try to pick a price that people just won't give $100 away.
Right. Right.
They're not going to say,
your time's valuable.
Yes, it's valuable.
Absolutely.
But we'll consult, right? I mean, we credit the consult fee back if they do the work.
Right.
It's just we don't anymore. Okay, she's shaking her head. I don't know. Listen,
I have to go sometimes.
As you said, Christy runs the office.
She does.
What are you talking about?
She does.
She's working on commission.
Well,
so.
and the thing is, I just want them. I don't want them to think that it's not a valuable appointment or valuable time. To me, the value of veneers is that they last so long. And when they're done well, we used to say 20 years when I first started because I didn't know. I mean, when we did yours 23 years ago, I would have said 20 years. Well, look, it's been 20 plus 3, and they still look good. Yeah. So we have patients that literally had veneers in the mouth for 30 years, and they still look good. So we know now, instead of saying 20, we'll say 25, and it could be longer. And that's the amazing thing, is that you have something that lasted. The value is, yes, that's a big ticket item, okay? But the value is how long they last and how good. And listen,
you filter that over 25 years.
Oh, well, that's what I always tell them.
Yeah.
Like, divide that.
Yeah, divide it out and see the value. I don't know many people that drive a car for 25 years. So there's probably not a lot of them doing that.
No. And we have a books. Like, these are all our patients. It's not actually like a Photoshop or anything like that.
Just before and after pictures.
Yeah.
Is my picture in there somewhere?
Yours is in the back.
You're in the opportunity.
Oh, back there, huh?
Yes.
So, and the people who actually do the tooth, which it is ceramic,
right?
Talk about that a little bit, because that's where I mean, you have the skill to do it, but that lab work is critical.
It is critical, and it's one of the reasons why you don't want to skimp on price when it comes to this, because if your dentist can't afford to use a good quality laboratory, then you're not going to get the results. I don't care how good your dentist is.
Yeah.
Our relationship with the laboratory, now we have to give them the right information, and we have to give them something to work with.
But you make an impression,
know what we're doing.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the laboratory I'm using now, Core Dental Designs, and I've worked with Gary Vaughn he's a personal friend.
Woohoo, Gary Vaughn.
We've known him for over 20 years. And so he's very talented. He does beautiful work for us. I've been fortunate to work with 2 tremendous ceramists in my career. Yeah. My first one was a dear friend who unfortunately passed away, had cancer, and he did veneers on all my family. He did Christy's veneers. He did my veneers. He did everybody's veneers. And
say that name again. You don't hear that job title much. Ceramist?
Ceramist. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
I could do that.
Except down at Pottery Barn, maybe.
They're more than a lab technician. They're
artists.
They're artists, and they're talented. But yeah, Adrian was a dear friend, and he did incredible work for me. And Gary Vaughn is now filled right in and is doing just as well. I mean, he just does beautiful work. He's a family man. He cares about what he does, and it's just great to work with him.
You know, I like to rank things that are life-changing.
Right.
Yep.
And I would say veneers is at the top of the list for me.
Absolutely.
Second, it's coming in second, automatic boat cover.
Yep.
You know, but
There you
veneers still hold the top. You know, I mean, look, you
a lot of work
get
covering a
divorced.
boat.
You get divorced covering up a boat every
Yep.
Sunday. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of work covering up a boat.
Oh,
let me tell
boy,
you.
that automatic go right over, remote control. Everybody's happy. We're out of here.
Yeah. So
coming in now at number 3, a Tesla.
Yeah.
So you know, that list is constantly updating. But it was, and I remember telling Betty, I said, I just cannot believe how people respond to you. And and you have to think about it not only family but in business.
Yep.
And everything else. I mean, they just respond. And you know, you think, well, people are, you know, they're visual, they're skin deep, you know, we know all that, but it's just the way it is. I mean, I can't change the world.
And a lot of times people think you're sad because you're not smiling
Right.
at them, and that's where we
or unhappy or
they'll keep their lip down
Yeah.
so they don't smile full smile, or you know, they're kind of like put their head down. I mean, we've seen it
Our
all.
hand up, you know.
We've had a lot of people, and they've had to retrain themselves to just smile.
Yeah, they smile with their lips together. It's just, and it's one of those things where emotionally, it's so fulfilling. I mean, we've had a lot of patients. I mean, you don't want to overplay this. I mean, there are doctors out there saving people's life, okay,
right.
or curing them of horrible diseases or something. So I'm not trying to overplay this. I'm just saying that when people tell you that, you know, this is the best money I ever spent, you know, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself, that's a good feeling. And that's a very rewarding feeling. And people will tell you that. They will tell you it changed their life. It'll tell you because they were so embarrassed about the way they look, you know, and so they'll say that, and that's powerful. And it's something that makes what I do fun to do and why I'm still doing it.
We're talking to Dr. Thomas Dudney and Assistant Christy, who runs the place. Who we all knew that anyway. You run everything anyway, right, Christy? That you're around.
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
She's assists because she's the best assistant there's ever been.
How come we're aging and she's not? That's what I want to know. When was this picture, Christy?
I don't know.
It was probably 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
Doing a little Ella Langley
10.
imitation there or something.
It is really kind of. I don't know if she can sing quite like her, but she's pretty close in the look department. It's she's the office man. She runs the office. She assists because I need her to assist because she's just that good, and I need somebody who knows what I'm doing.
He's spoiled.
You know, I am. But see, I sit on the right side of the chair. She sits on the left, and because she's knowledgeable about what we're doing, we've been doing it so long, she sees things that I don't always see because she sees the left side better than I do. So it helps to have somebody in that co-pilot seat that's watching what you're
doing. Getting up in the mouth, that's tough, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it is. And it's hard. You know, as you get older, it's harder to, you know, see around in there. I wear these glasses that are real long, you know, so I can at least see.
A lot of light.
We call them loops, but I'm telling you, without loops, I'm blind. I'm like a bat. You don't want me working on you without loops.
And I would always get tickled because my tongue wants to get in the way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I mean, mine, like, I could lift weights with it. You know what I mean? It's really like to get in the way. Christy have to sit on that thing and keep it out of the way.
We have a lot of patients like that. It is. It is.
We're talking to Dr. Thomas Dudney, and we'll be right back with more in just a moment.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll be right back.
On the water or off, experience lake life to the fullest at Russell Lands on Lake Martin. Grab a latte at Brew 63, linger over lunch at Fanny's, or take in a Lake Martin sunset at Kalijah Restaurant. Whether you're here for the weekend or you've made your home at the lake, Russell Lands is where community and the land come together. To learn more about upcoming events, visit russelllands.com. Come see what lake life is all about.
You know one thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings? You can get wings with any of their 26 sauces and dry rubs for takeout and delivery. That's like bringing an entire B-dubs home with you, which you can't do. I tried. I've knocked down so many walls, only to then be told to halt construction because I'm not zoned to be a sports bar. Kinda just looks like a big pergola or something because of the lack of walls. At least these 26 sauces and dry rubs are available to go. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
Just got that new boat? Let Sunrise Docks protect your investment with Swift Shield boat covers, Neptune boat lifts, and easy ports for your personal watercraft. Plus, they have composite decking that stays cool, designed with your feet in mind. Sunrise Docks is always first in quality, first in service, and first in customer satisfaction. Right off Highway 63, your Lake Martin headquarters, with 2 barges and the most experienced boat lift crew on the lake. Sunrise Docks is your lake life expert. Call 256-392-5200.
We're back with Dr. Thomas Dudney in his office in Alabaster, Alabama. He has been a longtime sponsor of the podcast, and we wanted to introduce him to you, let you get to know him a little bit better. And Dr. Dudney, thank you for letting us come in here and crash in your office today.
Yeah. It's a pleasure. Always great to be with you.
So, what do you like to do away from the office?
Well,
let's find out a little more about you.
Well,
and we'll ask Christy in a minute. Okay, we'll
people
say,
"Why are you still working?" And so one of the reasons is because I don't really have a lot of hobbies. Okay, I play golf and I love golf.
How are you as a golfer?
Not real good.
So you need to play more.
No, it's just like my back won't let me play more. So my back starts bothering me. But my son is a very good golfer. Brett, and he is close to scratch. He's not quite scratch, but he's probably 2-3 handicap, something like that. Plays really well. And one of the best things about him is he plays out at Chill Creek, where he's a member. So
that's real good.
Pretty nice when your son plays golf. Yeah. But we do a father-son golf trip every year. This will be our 6th year coming up, and it's one of my most enjoyable things to do. He has 2 little boys, 6 and 9. That are going to grow up to be really good golfers.
So they're already out there hitting it.
Yep, and he started them just like I did with him. Mm-hmm. I realized that because I waited too late in life to try to learn how to play golf, but I was going to be sure my son learned early on because it's something you can play your whole life.
Yep.
So he's got his 2 little boys out there. I have 2. We have myself and my wife Diane have 2 daughters. They're both married. They each have 2 children. One of them is a dermatologist here in Birmingham, Danette, and she is, from what people tell me, a really good dermatologist.
So you can fix the teeth, she can cut moles on.
Yep.
I mean, y'all need to be in like the same building.
Yeah.
And she has a daughter that just finished her freshman year at Auburn and a son who's a sophomore at John Carroll High School. So, and then my other daughter, Lindsay, lives in Nashville. Her and her husband have 2 girls that will be sophomores and freshmen and sophomores in high school next year. So I have 6 grandchildren.
So what kind of clubs do you have?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you ask me that?
You don't play enough golf.
I don't look at them enough to know.
So what's your best shot?
My best shot right now, honestly, this is what's crazy. My most consistent club in my bag is my driver. My least consistent club in my bag is my putter.
Well, you know what they say. You
drive for show and putt for dough. So I don't play for money.
I saw an article not too long ago, and they were talking about people, they most of the time focus on driving and putting.
Right.
But the 100-yard in shot is half the shots you take.
Yes.
And people don't practice those enough. But basically the short game, the chipping, the setup shots.
Right.
Because that makes a difference on if you're going to have a 40-foot putt or a 6-foot putt.
People that play really good golf always have a good short game.
Right.
Chipping but around the green. They get up and down around the green. They make pars around the green. But I really, to me, since I don't do a lot of other things, I don't like yard work. I'm not a fix-it guy. Now, Christy's husband, he does everything, In fact, somebody in my family, I can't remember who it was calling her husband's Jerry. So
Big Jerry.
So Jerry's known if you need something fixed, he can do it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know.
Pretty handy.
Somebody in my family was talking, and I think it was my granddaughter said to her, "Well, just call Jerry." She already knew.
And she didn't even know who Jerry was.
Yeah,
it was funny.
If you have a problem, he can fix it because my wife calls all the time. She's got like a list. So her honeydew list. Now we pay for that honeydew list, but I
he's
still
your fix-it guy,
right? I still rather, and so that's one of the reasons why. what would I do?
But you travel
Bill.
a lot too, teaching.
I travel.
So
I'm still teaching, still
do you
lecturing.
still enjoy traveling?
I don't like the travel part. I
Right.
do like teaching. I'm very much enjoy lecturing and because I've been lucky in my career that I learned from a lot of really smart people, really good dentists who were nice enough to me to kind of take me under their wing and teach me. So I like sharing and I like giving that back, and so that's fun to me.
When you teach, what does that look like?
Well,
Do you just talk to dentists? Do you have a guest come in there and you got them in the chair and you work them over? Or what do you do?
Up until a few years ago, one of my main teaching things was the live patient hands-on courses. That's where dentists would actually bring a patient, would do veneers on the patient, and they would come to a clinical facility. We would lecture all day on Friday, and then we'd go into the clinic on Saturday, and they would prep a case for veneers, and then a few weeks, 3 weeks later, we'd come back, meet in the same place, lecture on Friday, and then they'd put the veneers in on Saturday. So those were 2 weekend programs, and we did them. I did those for years, and all over the country.
You taught some of the guys. I know we had the conversation about one of the shows that came on from I guess it was Hollywood, California, in there, and you actually taught some of those guys, didn't you?
Yeah, we
and they were dentists to the stars.
Yeah, I don't know about this. The dentist that taught me, that I taught with for 10 years, Larry Rosenthal, is considered dentist to the stars because he's in Manhattan, and his list of celebrity patients includes, believe it or not, at one time who I've met on several occasions, Donald Trump was his patient before he got into politics.
He got the best veneers ever.
He did the best veneers. Yeah, that's probably how he said the best. I was actually in his office.
That wasn't a good imitation, but you know what I mean.
I knew who you're talking about. But yeah, I actually saw him in his office when he had his lower veneers put in, and he's there looking in a mirror. I just walked by, and he's looking in the mirror. He looks up at me, and he goes, "What do you think?" I said, "I think they look really good."
So there you go, MAGA Nation.
Yeah.
Get your veneers like Trump.
But that's obviously a pretty well-known name, but I could sit here and list all the players that, I think they're cool stories too. Like, Wayne Gretzky not only became his patient, became very good friends. And his last jersey, or one of his last jerseys he wore in his last game with the Rangers, he signed it and gave him the jersey. Because I saw it with my own eyes. It was in his closet, folded up in the bottom of his closet.
Man, you're not going to have that in a shadow box somewhere.
No, I told him, I said, Larry, what are you doing? You got this Wayne Gretzky. It says, "You are the greatest."
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky, number 99. So it's kind of cool being around that. And we taught. Now, this is what was fun. When I was teaching hands-on courses with him, we were in New York, where he's from, New York, but we were also in West Palm Beach, and that's how, we would see Trump playing on his golf course there. And then we were in London. We were teaching in London, teaching a course in London. Those are our 3 places we were teaching. So,
well, gosh knows, I think London could probably use it.
They needed us. Bubba, let me tell you something.
What's up with that? Why? Because everybody makes that
socialized
joke.
Medicine. I can answer that very easily, because the government paid for their dental care. And people would go, and you're not going to get good dental care. It's the same way in our country.
Right.
If you want to get managed care, you're not going to get the highest end.
Right.
And so we're going over there.
You're going to get the get by version.
Yes. Yeah. And the people are going to listen. If if the government says, okay, you get this much you get $500 for a veneer, you think I'm going to send to my lab? My lab costs almost that much.
Yeah.
So it just, that's how it works out. But there were people there in London that had money. They wanted the best. Okay, so these dentists
can they get that if they have money?
Well, there's dentists over there now that are really good, and they're willing to pay, and they go outside the government. Just like, if somebody comes here and says, "This is my insurance," I go, "But I want the best." Say, "Fine, if you want to pay for it, we'll do it. We want you to have the best."
Right.
But this is what happens when you have socialized medicine. And you don't get the greatest of care, and that's why. And let me tell you, it's not a fallacy. I saw it with my own eyes. There was horrendous dentistry and really bad teeth.
Right.
And everybody kind of, it's a joke. They kind of make fun of it, but it was true. I mean, I saw it, so I know it was true. But I still teach. I still lecture. So if I lecture, I have certain topics that I talk on. Obviously, aesthetics is one, but I also talk about diagnosing and treating the worn dentition. I talk about materials. Materials are changing all the time. You know how technology is.
Oh, yeah.
So dentists have a hard time keeping up with the materials, adhesives, and cements that we use. So I have a whole lecture where I talk for half a day on what the latest things are. But what it does for me, it keeps me current. I have to learn. I can't get up in front of a room full of dentists and talk about that without knowing it.
Sure.
So I have to stay really current. I have to work at knowing what the latest stuff is.
So I have to tell you, just from my standpoint, and then we'll get back to other things you're doing. You were always one of the great shot givers. Okay.
Yeah.
And I grew up with a dentist, bless his heart. Yeah. I hate to, but he'd come at you with that hand shaking and you could see it dripping off the end. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. And you're like a magician. I never even knew you had it. You know, poof, and it's gone. It's over. I'm like, Christy really distracts you over here, and hey, there it goes.
Christy, well, I know she will not let me hurt somebody. So she'll kick me under the chair if she thinks I'm hurting somebody.
Well, people will start moving their eyes or lifting their eyebrows or, you know, squeezing their hand.
She's checking on them.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, there's some secrets, and I'm happy to share my secrets. We used to do in our courses. Another friend of mine was an instructor. You know, we watched these dentists give shots, and we're going, we need to talk to them about how to give an injection, you know, because it doesn't have to be. I mean, they would jam the thing in and shove it in. It's just like, I'm going, whoa, go slow, go easy. You know, what you got to understand is an anesthetic numbs as it goes. So if you go real slow, it'll actually numb as it's going.
Right.
And if you are careful and you're gentle, then you can numb it as you're going. But we do other things too. One is anesthetics by nature are acidic, okay, because it helps them work. It crosses the nerve barrier better when they're acidic. Mm-hmm. And they also have a vasoconstrictor in them. It keeps them in the area, keeps the blood vessels from dilating and carrying the anesthetic away, keeps it in that area. But we use one without a vasoconstrictor first because it has a 0 pH, a neutral pH. It's not acidic. So that doesn't burn going in. We also warm the anesthetic, okay? So because you think about...
That's what Christy was sitting on.
Yeah. She sits on it to warm it. But, you know,
I'm like the mother hen.
You don't think about this. Room temperature is 72. Your body's 98.
Right.
So 72, for us, we're sitting here thinking this feels
cold,
fine.
doesn't it?
But inside your body, that feels really cold. Yeah. So we warm the anesthetic. So you go slow.
Those are the little things people don't think about.
Little things like that. And when I'm telling you, it's not hard to give an injection that doesn't hurt. We've had people say before, are you going to numb me up? I said, we already did.
Yeah.
They go, what?
And you get in there too, and with your thumb, and you're touching. You know, if you touch one place, your brain kind of focuses on that. It doesn't get the other. And you're like David Copperfield. I don't know where you hid that injection at because you just pulled it out of nowhere.
And I tell you another thing too we talk about, you know, Christy and running our office, but as an assistant, we've worked together for so long. We can do it non-verbally. And everything is going in passing. We've had patients say, you know, I'm sitting there watching, it's like NASCAR pit crew. He says, all this stuff is happening and nobody says a word.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just like...
He changed a tire.
Changes a tire. Or I had my favorite one, though, is a patient one time. He's a really nice guy. I've been here several times. He said, I'm sitting there, and of course he's on the gas, but he says in the whole procedure, he said, it was like a symphony. He said, I'm watching this, and these hands are just going like this. And he said, there's no sound, but he said it's just everything is just in motion. And so it's
he's in theater.
Yeah, he's a theater guy.
So tell me, you brought the gas up again.
Yeah.
What is the big deal? Why are so many people, why don't they use that? Because it's the greatest instrument ever.
I can tell you what patients have told me. One is some people are, they don't like to lose control. In other words, they have to feel like they're in control. Mm-hmm. When they're on the gas, they get so relaxed, or they feel like they're maybe not in control. Some people say the thing on their nose makes them claustrophobic. Okay,
if you're a CPAP guy, you're used to that.
CPAP.
And that bubblegum mask is awesome.
There you go.
I wish my CPAP smelled like that.
Yeah, I know. But there are reasons people don't like it. Some people don't like that feeling of a couple of glasses of wine, you know, unlike Betty and her group who got, friendlier as it went on. They don't like that. Yeah, sip and talk. They just don't like that feeling. But if there are people that are anxious and have high anxiety and stuff, and I'm telling you, it relaxes them. Yes.
Yeah, I'm very nervous.
We had people fall asleep, including you.
Yes. Oh, I know. I kind of hate it when it's over.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh.
I can tell the minute it's over, by the way. Because I come back across the solar system, and I was out there, on the very edge,
on the moon,
looking around. And it is called laughing gas.
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes
it lowers inhibitions.
It's funny.
Okay. Yeah. And because things that aren't really funny will seem funny to you.
Yeah. I remember one time thinking, is that the biggest drill you got? I got a bigger drill than that at home. You know what I mean? That's not a drill. That little tiny thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny what you think when you're
That's
on it?
fake. You mentioned
But it
that.
doesn't hurt you, and it's over when you discontinue it.
100% reversible.
Yeah.
And we use it safe for children. We use it on little kids all the time, But that drill.
And me and Hunter.
That big, for sure. Christy was actually a patient here before she came to work here.
This is a funny story.
She comes in one time, and I used to do this when I was in the military after dental school. And the military, you can pretty much do anything.
And my mother, I got to tell you this, my mother
was
loves to scare me. Like growing up, she would get behind a curtain. She would get.
You probably needed a little scary.
Oh my gosh, she was the queen of scaring me.
Oh yeah. So Chrissy, I just she was young but I knew she liked laughing.
I was Christy Biddy.
She could take a joke. Okay, so
I've heard some of your nicknames. Let's not go into that.
I used to do a lot of things I would do in the military. One of them was my favorite thing was I would get my Black & Decker drill, my big drill with a big giant drill bit in it from home, and I'd put it on the counter next to me with a towel over it.
Oh no!
And then I would see the soldier sitting in the chair. I'm going. So private. The military is experimenting with a new drill, and it's going to get this work done in probably half the time as normal. But I have to have your permission, and I'd make them sign a little thing, your permission to use this drill on you. And so they would always say, "Okay, yeah." And then I'd take the towel off and go, and they would grab that armrest, and their head would go back in the chair, and it was really good for a couple laughs.
How long were you in the military?
3 years.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, 3 years. 77 to 1980.
Where did you serve at?
Fort Riley, Kansas, the Little Apple. I lived in Manhattan, Kansas. They called Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, and I served. Funny. Fort Riley was right adjacent to Manhattan, but I was there 3 years. Learned a lot of dentistry.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah, it was, and I was really in the military. I was assigned to a medical battalion, so that means that when my battalion went to the field, I had to go with them. I spent 6 weeks in Germany, traipsing around the countryside, living in a tent, shaving out of a helmet with water.
I mean, you really were mashed.
I was mashed. I went 3 weeks. I went over 2 weeks without a shower, and we came to this place, and they go, "Oh, we're going to let you go in this high school gym and get showers." I said, "I never thought a shower. It feels so good." Spent 6 weeks in Mojave Desert. Doing an exercise there called
that was pleasant.
Desert Strike or something. Yeah, we were actually in a barracks. There was an old army base there that was defunct, but we got to stay in a barracks. Didn't have to live in a tent. But I never thought it could be so hot during the day and then so cold at night.
Yeah, people forget the desert gets cold. It reverses the other way, doesn't it?
Freezing at night.
That's why all them snakes are looking for something warm to cuddle up to. Right?
And I was the only dentist there for the whole battalion. It was actually a brigade, and our medical battalion supported this field exercise. There were live tanks firing. I mean, I could just sit on a tank while it was firing live ammo, and it was pretty wild. The jets are flying and all this kind of stuff. But I would come every morning. They call it sick call, and I would come to the thing, and there would be 20, 30 people lined up to see the dentist. Because they get out of work. They didn't have to go to the field or something, they come up with a tooth problem. So
where people are, you're going to have that. You got to have basic supplies, basic treatments of things.
So I got to carry a 45, had to get I have to go and get qualified and go to the range and shoot it, which was always kind of fun. Shooting and loading a 45 is just...
Well, everybody gets to shoot in the military.
Yeah.
My dad was a cook, and they shot at zeros in the morning, cooked potatoes in the afternoon.
Wow.
That was a real army.
Yeah. Welcome to the Philippines. We got a real fight on our hands here.
We were doing it for training, but it was kind of an experience. And then I would go to the dental. I would go every morning and have to do PT, physical therapy, not physical therapy. Physical training, right. Where we run 2 miles, we do all our calisthenics exercise, and then run 2 miles in jump boots and your fatigues. We'd run 2 miles. I was the only dentist there that had spit shine jump boots and starch fatigues, and everybody else had this sloppy stuff. I had to haircut, they all had hair and they couldn't. I'm telling you, people in the medical battalion, they didn't like dentists because they just felt like they were just sloppy, but they liked it. My company, the captain of my company pulled me aside and said, "You can do this one of two ways. Do it the right way or the sloppy way." I said, "I just didn't do it the right way."
We're talking to Dr. Thomas Dudney. We were talking about your things away from dentistry.
Yeah.
You're a big sports fan. I know you love football.
Love sports.
Because we talk football every time I see you.
Yeah.
And I mean, you
know,
really know it. You're not just I want this team to win or that team and the referees cheated. You could talk about safeties and alignment and how you should attack that.
You know my school.
Yeah.
You know my school. And we're.
And you know my school.
And so Alabama's obviously with Saban there, they were on top, and they're still really good. Auburn has kind of been in the desert here. You know, we're like Moses wandering in the desert with football, but our golf team just won the national championship last night.
That?
Our baseball team is hosting a super regional this weekend with the hopes of going to Omaha. So we have sports we're doing really well in. But football, unfortunately, is kind of in a bad downside.
Well, the good news is there's not much way you can go but up.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
and the problem is when you go up, it's just like, you know.
We'll take you as a Gamecock. Now, we've been to 3 bowl games the last 3 years, which Auburn hadn't. So, you know, we'll take you over there too, Doc.
I know. And Jacksonville State is unbelievable in baseball. They're
we've
good
had
in
a
a
great
lot
year.
of sports. They've had a lot of sports. And how about Troy winning their regional?
Yep.
I mean, it's just like, this is amazing what's going on. The state of Alabama doesn't get enough credit for the state of Alabama is hosting 3 super regionals.
Yep.
That is incredible if you think about
3 of the teams going to the World Series will come from the state of Alabama playing here.
Yes,
they got to earn
playing
it here. Right.
Right. And it could be 3 Alabama teams.
Could
but
be.
the fact that the state our size is hosting 3 super regionals, you know, is pretty amazing if you think about it. But yeah, I love sports, and my son loves sports, and we've been fortunate to go to a lot of really fun things. We've been to Super Bowl, we've been to the Final Four, we've been to World Series game, we've been to the Indianapolis 500, NBA games.
Which one is your favorite? If you only had one, what would it be?
Super Bowl's pretty cool, but I don't know, something about the Final Four, you know, just that atmosphere. I mean, Auburn, just look at, talking about Europe, you know, where to go to down. I mean, 2 years ago, Auburn's in the Final Four. Last year, we don't even make the tournament.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just like that's that roller coaster ride. But that's a really good question. The Indy 500 was wild. I mean, the sound of those cars make, how loud they are. My friend who lives in Indianapolis, we're going in, he gives me these earplugs to put in. He goes, "What are those for?" He goes, "Oh, you're going to need earplugs." And, "Oh, I'll be all right." I'm talking when the cars are coming by. I'm talking to my son, and he's sitting next to me, and I have to yell into his ear for him to even hear me. That's how loud it is. It is wild. It's incredible. And we were sitting right on pit road, so we're looking right down the cars where they come in. But
which Super Bowl did you go to?
I saw the Tennessee Titans play the Rams.
Okay.
When they had the greatest show on turf.
Yeah, I was at that one.
The Titans. And then Aldell Greco from an Auburn kicker missed a field goal early, and they're down inside the 10-yard line, and there's
a yard short.
Yes.
Ran out of time.
But what I'm saying is they're down 4 points. Had he made that field goal earlier, a field goal could have been there well in field goal range.
Well, thank you for reminding Aldell Greco of that.
Yes.
I know he appreciates that.
Well, I'm sorry, Al, but I love you because you're an Auburn alum. But I got to tell you, had you made that field goal early on, but you miss it and you go, it's no big deal. Well, at the end of the game, when they're down 4, they would only been down 1 in a field goal.
Let me ask you this, because somebody asked me the other day, I could not remember. We took listeners to that Super Bowl. That's how I knew we went. Do you remember who the halftime entertainment was? And do you remember the concert before the game?
I want to say it was a country singer.
Do you remember the one before? I thought the one before was even better. I don't remember the halftime on that one. It was Tina Turner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And there was a whole lot of shaking going on.
I bet.
With Tina.
I bet that was a good one.
Yeah, but she's entertaining, okay? Some of this other shaking that's been going on the last couple of years.
I was fixing to go,
I'm not in fan of that.
Can I tell you the best one I saw personally was in Tampa. So when the Ravens won, and it was NSYNC, Britney Spears, and
yeah, that's good.
Aerosmith. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
that's awesome.
Watching them assemble that stage as quick as they did with like 1,000 people, that was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen.
Oh, I know.
And we had bad seats for the game, but they were great seats for the halftime show.
Yeah. I had
Brittany had a lot of shaking going on too.
She did.
Yeah.
So
bye.
So we also saw Cam Newton's Super Bowl against the Broncos that the Panthers lost, but we went to, it was a Super Bowl 50 or whatever in San Francisco. We're right outside San Francisco, but Santa Clara. But it was spectacular. But you're right. The way they set that thing up and then tear it down, and that halftime show wasn't very good. I mean,
who was it? Do you remember? I can't.
Beyonce was there, and Bruno Mars, and Coldplay, and then
most people think that was a pretty good one. Doc.
Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga sang the national anthem. Yeah. Lady Gaga was there. The national, Beyonce was good, but I don't know. Bruno Mars, I don't think he sang as good songs. I thought it was okay. I mean, I really, it was better than a lot of them.
Right.
Let me say it that.
The fact that they could just put it on
than this past year.
and all the
yeah.
I mean, you think about a regular concert you go to. They're there for days setting up, and they do it in 20 minutes.
And they clean
everything
the field.
works.
They have all that stuff on the field. They get the field cleaned off, and I know they like artificial turf better because it's much easier to get those big blowers out there and just clean off the field. But I will tell you, it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. But if you said, okay, what's your one favorite thing to do? It would be every other year at Thanksgiving, we take our entire family. That's 8 adults and 6 grandkids, and we get a big house down at the beach, and we go down to the beach and spend a week where we're all in one house together.
Turkey and sand.
Yeah,
that's right.
What a great combination.
So to me, I think family. I just thinking, it's the same way. Christy's got a little grandson now, and she knows that it's
grandma.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Well, I'll be.
How
about them apples?
Yeah. How about that?
What do you go by? What's your name?
Kiki.
Kiki?
Yeah, Kiki.
Bubba's
going to start calling me
best.
Kiki. I can see it.
Grandkids are the best. And you'll know that.
Well, I don't know. I hope I'm still around. We're moving kind of slow on that front, Doc.
Caitlin and Hunter, one of them is going to come through for you, I know, but you will find out.
Come through for me.
Yeah, they will.
The joy of being a grandparent. The
sugaring them up and let them send them home.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You can always send them home, but it is just they're so much fun, and it's like I can't tell you how rewarding it is. And I've had a patient one time tell me, well, we were talking about grandkids. He says, well, you know what, grandkids are God's gift for not killing your children. That's what he told me grandkids were.
Well, Dr. Dudney, I've enjoyed the visit.
Yeah,
we've had a lot of fun, and we've covered a lot of ground. Christy, good to see you again.
Me too, Bubba.
I could talk to you all day, Bubba. I don't know what it is about you, but you just
it's a strange interview concept. I'll let you talk. And they haven't always had that.
Right.
And
I wish Sean Hannity could learn that. He has great guests on there, but he didn't let them talk.
Well, that's it's an art. I think you've got to actually turn over control and let somebody else speak.
And you've got it.
Well, we've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun, and I think
Yep.
it's given a lot of insight to folks about you and what you do, and any closing thoughts you want everybody to remember about Dr. Dudney.
I really feel like we've covered so much ground, but I appreciate you and what you've done. You've been a good friend for many, many years. I love what you're doing with your podcast. I think it's great. And anybody that hears any of your podcasts, I know they appreciate the effort you're making.
Well, we have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
That's the key. It's
and
like you said, if you enjoy what you do and you never work.
Yeah. Having fun is just saying. I used to tell you all the time, I'd come on there and I said, is this what you guys do for a living?
I know. It's kind of shocking. Isn't
it? I said, this is great. Where do I sign up?
Well, thank you. We'll have you on again, Christy. Always good to see you. I think you need your own show, Christy. You may need your own show.
She livened up the radio, didn't she? I tell you, remember when she spun that wheel for you?
Oh, yeah.
They won't let me spin it.
And always looking for a T-shirt.
Yeah, always looking for a T-shirt.
I think I saw you at Gus Shores one time. And we'll be right back in just a minute with more Bubba on the Lake.
You're listening to Bubba. Whoa. Bubba on the Lake.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
On the water or off, experience lake life to the fullest at Russell Lands on Lake Martin. Spend your mornings with breakfast at Fanny's. Afternoons, you can explore over 100 miles of trails through Russell Forest. And for dinner, how about the Southern farm-to-table flavors at Spring House? Whether you're here for the weekend or you've made your home at the lake, Russell Lands is where community and the land come together. To learn more about upcoming events, visit russelllands.com. Come see what lake life is all about. Dr. Dudney has been my dentist for about 20 years. He does a great job taking care of my teeth, making sure my cavities are good, cleaning my teeth, and also adding veneers to my smile, which was a game changer. Now, Dr. Dudney and his friendly staff can do the same for you. I ask you to give them a chance. Just talk to them, no cost. Just make an appointment, see what you need, see if you can have a better smile and feel better about yourself today. Give them a call at 205-663-6545 or tedudney.com. Well, folks, we are back, and I hope you enjoyed that sit down with Dr. Thomas Dudney, Christy, his staff. We had a great time just sitting reminiscing with them. Fine folks, or as I'd like to say, top shelf. That's a term Baptists don't get to use a lot, but I thought I'd throw it in there because I've always liked that name, top shelf, even though it probably comes from other sources. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed that, and we're probably going to wrap the podcast up here. I want to remind you to check out social media. We got a lot going on. We got a little road trip in progress, and if you want the very latest on that, check us on social media. We say this podcast is about people, places, and perspectives, and we're going to give you some places coming up real soon. So we're excited about that, and we'll have a full report when we return. But in the meantime, if you want to follow along, we'll have plenty of information on social media. So again, I want to thank Dr. Thomas Dudney, Christy, all the staff there at his office over in Alabaster, Alabama. Great folks. Enjoyed it as always. Always a pleasant visit with them. And we thank all of you for being part of Bubba on the Lake. And our sponsors, we always urge you to use them when possible. And if not, just let them know that you appreciate them being a sponsor. So until we sail into port again, remember, God loves you, and so do we, right here on Bubba on the Lake.
You're listening to Bubba on the Lake.
Hit me bad.
A production of Intergalactic Pants and Tees.
At Central State Bank, we believe community banking is more than just transactions. It's about relationships. For over 100 years, we've been helping neighbors grow, businesses thrive, and dreams become reality. Because when you bank local, you invest in your community. Central State Bank, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you. Visit us today or learn more at centralstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
You know one thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings? You can get wings with any of their 26 sauces and dry rubs for takeout and delivery. That's like bringing an entire B-dubs home with you, which you can't do. I tried. I've knocked down so many walls, only to then be told to halt construction because I'm not zoned to be a sports bar. Kind of just looks like a big pergola or something because of the lack of walls. At least these 26 sauces and dry rubs are available to go. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
On the water or off, experience lake life to the fullest at Russell Lands on Lake Martin. Want to know what's going on around Lake Martin? Check out the calendar of seasonal events that include Fridays on the Green, naturalist events, fireworks, concerts, poker runs, boat shows, juried art shows, boat parades, and much more. If you're here for the weekend or if you've made your home at the lake, Russell Lands is where community and the land come together. To learn more about upcoming events, visit russelllands.com. Come see what lake life is all about.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Russell Lands, Coke, Buffalo Wild Wings, Central State Bank, Dr. Thomas Dudney, Sunrise Docks, Bice Motors, the Green Monster Fishing Light.
B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey, wishing I could listen to the show every day, hey, gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake, in the mellow yellow studio, putting on a show. Betty say, what? She always on the go. We got Hunter Bus sitting at master control, don't wanna miss a moment, cause Bubba's got the flow. B-U-double-B-A on the lake, hey, wishing I could listen to the show every day. Hey, gotta hear what Bubba and his buddies gotta say on B-U-double-B-A on the lake. Hey, B-U-double-B-A. Hey, B-U-double-B-A. Hey, B-U-double-B-A. Hey, B-U-double-B-A on the lake. Hey.